Hmm. Kayla.
For that Sam I am. I am Sam.
Okay.
You
All right.
love green eggs and ham.
Have you ever had black eggs?
I think so.
That's
I'm
an
pretty
Asian
sure I
thing.
did.
Yeah, most people in this country say, "What? What are you talking
Ew.
about?"
Ew.
Also, they're unfamiliar with salted eggs.
Ooh, salted eggs.
Oh, is that new
That
to you? Salted
no, no, no.
duck
I
duck
think of it.
eggs. Yes.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking of it in with fondness in the
Yes.
memories of salted eggs.
Like, there's this breakfast in Taiwan that we have that's just how every culture has some kind of staple where you just toss everything into it, but there's a base.
Yeah,
Like, with
yeah,
pizza, it's just like, a crust and then you toss whatever you want into it. Okay. Well, in
totally.
Taiwan, there's a breakfast which is just a lot of rice. It's called gruel, I guess, or congee. You're probably familiar with it. It's just really soggy rice. It's not the sticky,
Yeah, you made that
dry.
for us.
Exactly. So salted eggs go really good in the congee, in the what I call moe. That's the Taiwanese word for it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Wow.
I don't have ducks anymore, so
Aw. Yeah.
can't do that as easily.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now you're making me hungry.
Hey, by the way, I have to apologize. I should have announced this. I have a class at 8:30 that is a very important class. So
Oh,
I am going to have to jump off. Now, the question is, can the session stay if anybody else arrives? I guess not, because I only have one Zoom account. And if I
yeah.
get onto the other one, then this one's going to get chopped off. So anyway, I
Yeah,
figure,
no.
yeah, we can hang out for like half an hour, see if anybody else arrives. And I don't think anybody's going to cry if, one of these sessions goes short. I'm thinking,
Yeah, totally. Totally.
yeah, yeah.
I
All
came
right.
really just to listen to. I don't think I have anything you know,
Well,
of value to contribute.
come on, Kayla. This is interesting self-talk. Um, yeah, and I should psychoanalyze you. The man should explain to the woman why negative self-talk is not good,
Exactly.
okay?
You're getting ready for your mansplaining speech.
Exactly. I have to warn people when I go into mansplaining mode.
Yeah. Oh, well, I went for a walk this morning, and thank goodness I did, because the dogs hadn't been walked for 3 days because it was raining and we
Yeah.
had a lot of shit to do, anyways. And so, as soon as we got settled back into the house, it started raining again. Oh, but not before I um, scooped up 3 days worth of dog shit in the backyard. That was fun. Um, and so now, thankfully, this rain will just hopefully, you know, take the rest of the dog shit away and then prepare me for more in the next couple of days. But yeah, it's supposed to be raining in Southern California for the week. You know, I mean, today, it might not rain either tomorrow or Tuesday, and then it'll rain for a couple more days. And then after that, it should be okay. So as
Welcome
long as it doesn't
to
rain.
welcome to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't rain at my dad's funeral, I think we're okay.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
old people are coming to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But anyway, I'm a little, I had a talk with my sister before I jumped on, and we're supposed to go to Disneyland, but now that I am looking at my finances, I don't know if that's a good idea. So, I'm
Kayla,
kind of struggling with that.
a job will jump into your lap, like tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I know. It's just, I'm, again, just hoping to have a little bit more of a handle on, I think that at this point I'm going to stay in my own lane at United Parents until I come back to a point where I'm a little bit more happy. I was looking
Hmm.
at old pictures of 2020, 2021, and I realized how happy I was with United Parents. I was like posting pictures of me and the team and stuff, and then I realized that when I discovered a little bit more about the leadership there, that's when I was unhappy. And so I'm trying to be realistic to myself and weigh those options again of happiness. Anyway, enough about me. What do
I
you
talk
think about
about
me?
you. Exactly.
Now it's your turn to talk about me.
I
Anyway.
remember, every time I join some new organization, which isn't very often, it sounds like there's many times, but I actually don't jump ship very easily. I think the minimum span I've been at some place, other than an acquisition, which was a year and a half, the minimum span I've spent at any place is 4 years.
Mm,
So in the initial stage, it's always, hey, I like the mission, I love the technology, I like the people, let me see if I can make an impact.
yeah.
And then I really wonder, now I'm getting jaded. Because, like I said to you yesterday, the day before, I think that sounded jaded upon reflection. That, oh, Kayla, every place has its problems. Now, while I
Hmm.
believe it's true, the attitude with which I delivered it, I think, was a little bit too negative.
That's right.
Yes,
Not denying that.
yeah, it was.
No, no, no. That's totally fine. Sometimes when people deliver some of those negativity pies, then I think I take it with a grain of salt and say, maybe there's
Yeah.
something deeper to think about this. So
Or maybe it's just me. Okay,
just
I have
what?
it's a AITAH question. You familiar with that acronym?
No.
Am I the asshole?
Oh.
Okay.
Well, go ahead. What's the question?
Okay. Other than the fact that the answer generally is yes, okay, let me tell you the scenario.
Oh, yeah, yeah, totally.
Um, especially here in CSG, I've made reference to it and I've made reference to it lightly, but I really think it's true. I drive people away and I
Hmm.
do it semi-intentionally.
Yeah.
I ask a lot of questions about, I don't know, why we believe this, why we believe that. What's, the meaning of this, don't you see the bullshit in that, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of it turns out to be about core values that people can't question. I've really noticed
Mm.
that. And I think, one of the examples is, and I'm sorry to reference, but Barry.
Yeah.
Barry is extremely rational, extremely intelligent, and yet he still has a very deep core that's based on his upbringing. This is my asshole interpretation, okay?
Uh-huh.
So he does defend a lot of institutions and practices in theology, particularly in Jewish practices.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What I find fascinating, though, is that there
Yeah.
are people who do hold religious views and yet are still very open to talking. I know you're one of them. Eric is another one of them.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, people like you and Eric are rare.
I know.
So I
Sorry.
appreciate you. No, see, this is the opposite of am I the asshole, Am
Yeah.
I the goddess? You're asking me, am I the goddess? And the answer is yes. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That was me being a bitch. That
No, you're not being a bitch. You're being
what a
funny, but
cunty.
oh, come
Me
on.
being cunty.
Nah, you're being unnecessarily self-deprecating.
Oh
But
no,
I
I'll tell
understand.
you all about the cunty thing. But go ahead,
Oh,
please
really?
continue. Yes.
Oh, no, that sounds more interesting. I don't mind a small digression.
No, no, no. I really want to hear your question
So
or
the
your
question
like.
is,
Mhm.
I kind of intentionally put up these filters like, do you really believe that? And, mathematics says this and science says this. And I really make pains to tell people, hey, I am not against mysticism. I am not against, thoughts which cannot be explained by science. All I'm saying in my perspective is, can we apply observation and science to that phenomenon? If
Yeah,
someone says, I can download truth from the universe, I'm all curious. I'm saying, really? Show me. Let's do this. Teach me how to do it. All this sort of thing. I'm leaning in usually. Okay.
yeah,
And if there's stuff coming up, geez, nothing would make me happier. To push the boundaries of science, to actually, discover new phenomena. That is the way to live. It's a childlike wonder to new things that can be learned. It's
right.
not that, oh, well, mysticism doesn't work, so you're full of shit for believing that. No. Okay. Now,
Yeah,
for areas which have been delved into deeply and show a lot of hypocrisy and falseness, like organized religion, I'll take a much harder stance. I say, hey, a lot of people already leaned into it. I've already leaned into it. Here's how it's being abused. Here's how it's false, blah, blah, blah. We've been through all that.
yeah.
But if it comes to things like, hey, the Earth has a frequency, or what about theta waves, or what about
Ow.
the fifth force in the universe, or what about, uh, whatever the hell it is, okay, a brand new theory. Uh, I'm all curious, all
Yeah,
curious.
yeah.
So I think a lot of people don't see that distinction in me, though. They hear me attacking, but they don't hear the openness aspect of it. And when I'm looking for data, when I'm looking for experience, when I'm looking for experiencing myself, there doesn't seem to be much that I can follow up on. And that's when I sort of get a little bit quizzical.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't start being, super critical. I'm very open. This is me kind of explaining why I'm not quite the asshole. Okay.
Mhm.
But I still am an asshole because I do it. I do it knowing that some people can't um, stand it.
Right, right.
So this is my am I the asshole question.
Um, well, I really can't speak for other people's answers, but my answer would be no. And it's only because I do see that in you. What I feel like might be a challenge for other people and has been a challenge for me in the past is you make it uncomfortable. Like it's uncomfortable. Like spirituality for me is something that you can't explain. But people who have a sense of spirituality or universe or like connect with something that they can't explain,
Mhm.
it's nice. It's nice to hear that people feel the same way. But when somebody like you comes around and questions it, it makes it uncomfortable. Like,
Mhm.
how do you explain something that you can't explain?
Mhm.
And so that's very uncomfortable because you have to grasp with words, and then it makes people question themselves. And
Mhm.
people don't like to question themselves if they feel definite about something.
Mhm.
And so we've learned to just kind of let that go and not question themselves because if it makes them happy to think that way, and as long as they're not harming other people, then why go there? But few people would go there, and that's the difference. And that's what I see in you is you're not afraid to question those things, but you do have to keep in mind that most people don't want to go there, and most people um, don't want to make other people uncomfortable. So that's what you're seeing. and I get it with intentional driving people away because, subconsciously, maybe that's your way of thinking, well, those aren't my people. And I kind of want to be around the people who are okay with being a little bit uncomfortable and perhaps like considering there may be a scientific connection to like spirituality or the universe. And I'm one of them,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm learning is that not too many people can have that type of depth. And yes, I'm patting myself in the back.
No,
you
I
know,
would pat you on the back. Don't feel
but
bad about that.
it's not you know, it's a it's like definitely a journey connecting with people and it feels like either you're feeling alienated or well, for me it feels like I feel sometimes alienated with the lack of company that I keep. But then also sometimes I feel like I alienate myself. And I don't want to. But at the same time, you just kind of have to hold stead. Well, I do this. I hold my beliefs. I'm very steadfast in it and confident in the fact that, like, there's nothing wrong with the way I think. There's nothing
Mm-hmm.
wrong with the space that I hold. And I invite other people to hold that space with me. And it's okay. It's okay to want to have a certain type of connection with a certain type of person.
Mm-hmm.
So, in short, no, you are not an asshole. Oh my God, I actually sound so smart.
Hey, celebrate the non-bimbo
Damn.
moment.
Damn, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm channeling my dad. My dad would be.
Would he say similar words?
um, no, because that was one thing he lacked articulation in that, and he also had a very negative outlook on
Mm-hmm.
life. And now that I think about it, perhaps it wasn't negative. Perhaps he just questioned it and it sounded negative, which it kind of reminds me a little bit of you. Like
Yeah.
you, I don't see you questioning things as negative. And I don't know if it's my personal experience with my dad, um, you know, assuming that everything was negative, or if he truly spoke in that manner. But I think it's more or less so he just truly spoke in that manner. Whereas you don't, you know. So there's that. But
That I appreciate that perspective. And I actually appreciate that there's something between your dad and me that sort of, is a connection that you see.
yeah. Yeah, he sought education. And I want to say that in my eulogy to him is he didn't he sought education for the sake of education because he
Mhm.
enjoyed learning, and he enjoyed challenging himself. So I think he would have enjoyed, and that was the thing. I think he would have enjoyed talking to you. I'm sorry. This is actually
No,
me crying after a couple of days of not crying.
I'm here.
He's like, I was looking at old photos last night or videos because I wanted to hear his voice. And I went all the way back to 2020. And it was this video was like the last time he could actually articulate and understand us. Like the past couple of years, he was like, I can't understand you guys. He
Mhm.
goes, I hear what you're saying, but I can't, it's slow. My brain is slow to process it and I can't talk. And the thing that I like was frustrated is like, I wish you were, like, I wanted to tell my dad, like, I wish you could talk to me. Like, I'm ready to talk to you now the way you probably you know, wanted other people to talk to. Because he really liked these philosophical conversations. He used to complain that, like, he didn't really like talking to people that much. He liked giving them food and entertaining. But he said that, like, people are just kind of mindless. And he was just like, all they do is gossip. And he would just like go into his room because he didn't feel like engaging in small talk.
I think I would have enjoyed talking to your dad.
Yeah. It's like, I think that's why he was, there were certain things he told me. He said, I'm not worried about you. He always bagged on me about money and stuff like that. But like I think when it came to like my outlook on life and just my intelligence, I think my dad saw that in me. And that's why he said, I'm not worried about you. So, so no, I don't think you're an asshole. You already know who I think is an asshole. I can name an example, and it's only because of their stupidity.
If it weren't on the recording, I would just say it'd be nice to hug you right now.
It's okay. You could say that if it's recorded. Who cares what other people's interpretation might be? Well, we have 5 minutes.
Silent, with the moment.
Yeah, it's okay. This is going to be a long journey. I'm glad I have. I'm glad I have my family to just reference back. So, what kind of class you've got?
It's an investing class.
Oh, nice. How long is it?
Yeah,
Is that something you go?
it's supposed to be an hour, 8:30 to, well, actually, these usually go long, so I will say 8:30 to 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's
Is
with a
this
guy that actually is, I've listened to a lot of people talk about investing. And I think this is the guy that most closely resembles someone who made it and is really trying to help others. A lot of people say they do, but they're just out to, sell you something.
I know. That's most people, right?
Yeah.
Just out to sell you something.
Yeah.
Well, did I tell you I was considering going to a sweat lodge?
No, you hadn't mentioned that.
Well, um, there is a Native American sweat lodge up in Northern California, kind of close to Lake Tahoe. I think Siskiyou, which is
Mhm.
pretty far up north. And the only reason why I know about Siskiyou is because we went there um, for, for work. And they have these community sweat lodges offered for free, except they do consider, like, ask to consider making a donation. And it is ran by a Native American. But people who do the sweat lodge, they said that it's very transformative, because not only are you sweating out, your impurities, um, in your body, but you're also like challenged with your mind, and then preparing for it in a spiritual way, through the Native American practices. So um, when I do that, I'll let you know how it felt. Maybe we can talk about it in a like mathematical, scientific way.
It does sound fascinating. I've never heard of something like I've heard of, hot yoga. I've heard of, hot stretching, but I've not heard of one of these run by a Native American.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to just like also I'm thinking of going to, I don't know why, but I've always had like this fascination with Native Americans, the indigenous people on this land. I mean, I am on their land. We are on their land.
Yep.
And I would love to know a lot more about their culture, like visit the reservations and, perhaps talk to some people there. Almost like a tour, but not really like a tour.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, that kind of awareness and sensitivity, I think, for me at least, is much more detectable, perceptible up here in the Northwest rather than in California.
really?
Yeah, I've met people who, upon meeting, will always say, I am so and so, I work at so and so, and I honor the Salish indigenous people whose land we are on.
Yeah,
And I think that's a thing you don't hear at all. I never heard that in California,
yeah, yeah.
but I do hear that up here.
Well, they're starting to do that here. Like my friend, she's Shumash, and she's integrating that policy now, in all of her, dealings. She's,
Mhm.
yeah, she's an interesting person.
I think
But
this would be a great topic to explore in depth.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way, it's 8:30. I don't want you to be late for your class, but thanks
Yeah,
for listening
thanks.
to me cry.
Um, Sorry I'm the asshole that made you cry today.
Oh my God, stop it. All right. Well,
All
enjoy
right.
your class.
Thanks, Kayla. I'll ping you later, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.